Welcome to the Sorcery Podcast, your sacred space to delve into spiritual tools, topics, and practices that will illuminate your path of soul remembering and healing. I'm your host, Lígia Costa, a soul guide, alchemist, soul writing coach, and the creator of the Trust Pathway. I'm deeply grateful to have you here with me. Together, we will embark on a profound exploration of self-discovery and healing, unlocking the secrets that lie within. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Sorcery Podcast. I'm Lígia Costa, I'm your host, and today I'm going to talk about something that it's my life's mission. My life mission, my calling is to help as many people as I can to be their own healers. And today I'm going to tell you how you can be your own healer. As you know, we are surrounded by cycles, by seasons, both externally. If we look into nature, if you look into life, we have the 4 seasons, we have the wheel of the year, the 12 months of the year. So externally, we see all these cycles moving through, but also we are cyclic beings in our inner world through the stages of our lives, of our age, our cycles in terms of being a woman, and every month we go through our cycle. And so the young feminine energy is very much the shadow energy, the winter, and the inner world that exists within us all is the divine energy that is within us. And it is the winter of our beings that allow us to slow down and to go within, to receive, to heal, to feel. And we are coming out of this wintering in our beings. We are now going into the season in nature of spring, but also within us, where we start to awaken to the world, to feel more energetic, to be ready to come out of this space that we've been for the last months, where we were just hibernating, resetting, resting, percolating our healing, and now we are ready to bloom and come to life. But what I would like to touch is that this wintering, this young feminine energy that allow us to heal and to feel and to slow down is the energy that houses our shadow self, the parts of us that we are ashamed of, that we despise, that we reject in ourselves. And so it is when we are in this divine feminine energy that we are open to doing the shadow work. And shadow work simply means going deep and do the inner work, is all that means. However, we can't force the inner work to come up because it is a very intuitive process. But know that whatever needs to come up and whenever it needs to come up, it will always do so at the right time. But in order to experience the healing and the light within, we must be willing to meet our shadows. There is no other way of doing it. You know, so many of us strive for the love and light energy that we see spiritual teachers and healers and gurus and even social media influencers embody. But the truth is, the only way those people have this light that we see, this bright energy, and seem to be so at peace with themselves, it's from facing their shadows and finding peace within. It's from rising from the ashes. It's not by magic. So the first step to embarking on a self-healing journey, to become our own self-healers, is to allow whatever needs to come up in its own divine timing. What I've witnessed many times in my client sessions and with conversations with people in my community is that they avoid feeling deep, overwhelming emotions. And not because they tell me that, but because I see it. I can see and sense when someone is running away from feeling those deep emotions. And they do it by avoiding feeling deep pain and making excuses for not doing it, which isn't natural. It's a natural human response. But it's so important to lean into those feelings, to honor that numbness, to notice what is underneath it. Because when you allow the space for stillness and for silence, you are able to connect with your body again and to listen to the whispers of your soul and to witness the inner work that needs to be done. Because your soul will guide you through where in your life you need healing. And when you are in this place of stillness and silence, you are basically creating this container that is safe for you to do the inner work. And it helps to dissipate the resistance that you have been feeling to doing the inner work because it doesn't feel safe. So going within and creating this space for silence and this safety within your body by regulating your nervous system, then you are able to open up and trust the process. Because it's only when we surrender to stillness and we become present in the here and now that the universe can step in and assist us. We have to give up control. We have to give up the grip, the clinging on to things. We need to surrender in order to allow the universe to step in and support us. But it's also important to recognize that we are messy, that we are imperfect beings, that we'll always make mistakes because we are soul beings having a human experience. And as humans, the experience involves being messy and making mistakes so we can learn from those mistakes. So doing the inner work and healing basically means acknowledging that we'll get it wrong, that we'll let people down, that we will disappoint others, and neither will make us any less worthy of love and success. So being this young energy, this divine feminine energy, and doing this divine feminine work is very important, especially when we are trying to identify the inner work that needs to come up for us to heal. And the only way to do it is by surrendering and letting go. Now, as we step into this role of being our own healers, and as we heal, we are able to notice precious lessons that are being revealed to us and that need space to be integrated. And the universe wants to make sure that we have that space, that time, that energy to look after ourselves. Because in order to heal and to be the best version of ourselves, we have to allow ourselves to be reshaped and remapped along our path towards a journey that we have never been able to see before. It's just like water. And I like to think about this water analogy. So envision the water in the ocean. And we have the tides and we have the waves. And the water just is. The water is just there. And no matter if there is a boat or there is a rock or even an iceberg, the water just reshapes itself in order to carry on flowing. It just remaps, it just shifts its form and carries on flowing. And that reshifting and remapping and reshaping doesn't make the water any less than what it is, any different than what it is. And the same is with us. We just have to allow ourselves to be reshaped, to reshift, to be remapped along our path. We will carry on flowing and healing, and reshaping or remapping will not mean anything about us. We have to let go of that attachment that shifting and growing and evolving means something about us. It doesn't change who we are at a soul level. It doesn't make us any better or worse human beings. It just is. It's just us flowing with the cycles of life, with the seasons of life, both the outwards seasons and cycles and inward. And so it's very important that during this journey of healing, of reshaping, of evolving and growing, that we remember that we are duality and that we live in duality. That light cannot exist without darkness and vice versa. Which means that in order to get to the light, we'll need to be faced with the darkness within ourselves. And that is not bad. That doesn't mean anything about ourselves. And meeting our shadows only means embracing and loving the parts of ourselves without feeling ashamed, without judgment. And this is what healing is. Healing is about balancing these two energies, this yin and yang energy, in whatever ways resonate with you and how you are feeling. And another thing about this flowing and reshaping and remapping is that when it comes to healing, we can't control which direction we'll go as we expand and evolve, just like the water in the ocean, really. When the tides change, the water doesn't resist it. It just flows with it. Just rises when the tide rises and creates the waves and just flows with it. It doesn't resist it because the water just is and doesn't try to control the flow. And so it's the same with our inner healing. We can't really control which direction we go as we heal and then evolve and expand as soul beings having a human experience. We just have to take a leap of faith really into the unknown and know that within our deep surrender and openness to miracles, the universe can and will move mountains. The real test really is whether you trust yourself enough, whether you trust the universe, whether you trust your spirit guides enough to hold you in this journey so you can feel safe. So just allow yourself to move through the cycles of life, to honor the times of wintering within you, because there are so many gifts that come with it. We often believe that just because we are in this hibernation, this wintering within ourselves, that we are not doing anything, that we are either procrastinating or being lazy, and because we don't see results, we tend to, again, make it mean something about ourselves and blame ourselves for not doing enough, for not being active, for not having energy, when in fact we are doing the most exhaustive work, which is the inner work, which is being in the wintering and allowing time and space for rest, for healing, for percolation, for evolution. And no, we are not being lazy and we are not procrastinating. We are just flowing with the cycle of life and honoring our needs, honoring our yang energy, our divine energy that is calling us to heal and to do the inner work. And if you'd like to go deeper and let go of these limiting beliefs that tells you that you need to be perfect and have it right all the time, in order to be worthy of love and success, and that are blocking you from meeting your shadows and giving the love and the attention and the kindness that part of you needs in order to heal and to feel worthy of healing. I would like to invite you to join my Unshakable Self-Worth course. It's an amazing course made exactly to heal the parts of you that don't feel good enough, that feel that you don't belong, that you need to be perfect, that you need to prove yourself to others, or that seeks validation from others in order to feel worthy of love and appreciation. I will leave the link in the show notes for you if you want to check it out. At the moment, the course is only $39.99 with lifetime access, a bonus meditation to help you dive deep into your self-worth, and a very in-depth 3-module course that will help you get deep into the shadow work, into the inner work necessary in order to heal the root cause of your lack of self-worth. Before I love you and leave you, I will pull a card from my Trust journaling deck. Oh wow. And I pulled the card from the Soul Suite. And the Soul Inquiry is, what lies beyond what I have experienced and what I can see? What lies beyond what I have experienced and what I can see? And the affirmation is, my truth is love. How powerful is this? I love it. I absolutely love it that it came out for you after this conversation that we had about believing of your worth of love and success by doing the inner work, by embracing your shadows, giving love to your shadows, because that's your truth. Oh, I love this. I hope today's episode helped you to understand how you can become your own healer, and it helps you see that you already have everything you need within you in order to be your own healer. And if you need support and guidance, I am here for you. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you for listening to the Sorcery Podcast and for holding space for this conversation. It is truly magical to be able to walk with you on this journey of soul healing and inner transformation. If you resonated with this episode and found it valuable, I would be grateful if you could leave a review on iTunes. Your feedback helps me reach more souls searching for guidance and healing. For more guidance and soul wisdom to support soul awakening women through the journey of alchemy, please visit my website www.ligiacosta.co.uk. Love and healing to all. See you on the next one.